not something that we see a lot.
Is that carry tide?
It looks like it could be, otherwise you would put Lina safe lane. No, but it is a carry tide.
Not remember ever seeing these two heroes in the same lane. But I'm kind of with the panel's concern about this tide, and Misery in particular. I don't think it's that good of a pick here, so that's my main concern. Well, of course, you can alleviate anything if you get first blood.
Yes, indeed. Blood Grenade with the Gush. Jokum here. They want to give this to 23 Savage Miero. Okay. Well, we'll oblige. Like
you're on board with this as well. Not every hero needs to be able to flex. It's okay. Then remove the shard or change it, and then make him a better carry. I think that's fine.
Yep, I would agree with that assessment. WS taking some pure damage from Kiritich. Kataomi a little bit too deep here, though. Pounce. WS doesn't have a whole lot of follow-up yet. As Jokum finds a nice courier for Kiritich.
Well, that's a good blood grenade,
though. Jokum in a lot of trouble. He will die to the purification as WS looks to be next as well under the tower. One more right click. If you can find him in the trees, he gets him with the Hammer of Purity again.
Ooh, he even salved as he died. So another extra 100 gold down the drain. That was a really nicely played situation from Kataomi, recognizing that the blood grenade would lead to a kill and then getting the Fortune's End connection on his Omni. That was beautiful.
Boy, and they lose 23 Savage in the top lane, so disastrous all around for Talon. As Cuckoo, he's going to get whipped into Oblivion as Jokum coming in for one last right click, gets save. So they at least get something, but yeah.
Oracle's default animation on casting ult kind of looks like that too.
Go Pacers. Hoof Stomp finds one. They'll be able to easily kill off WS, so they just have the health advantage right now. This has to connect for Talon, feels like. They're going to get the Demonic Purge. Kiritich. It's going to end up being an easy one. Very valuable kill. Cuckoo gets the last hit with the Demonic Purge, which...
Maelstrom early on. Miero will open onto 23 Savage with the Roar.
Yep, the Roar is there. Looks into the Wheel of Wonder. Kraken Shell activates. Stampede to try to get away. They root him with the Hawk, and they will have enough damage in the end.
Of course, you don't have Oracle ulti now.
Yeah, they run into the Slarky Malarkey, already half HP. 23 Savage onto the high ground. That would be a much bigger target, of course. Shadow Dance forced out. 23 Savage. The Kraken Shell activated. The Roar doesn't last that long. Now the reinforcements are arriving, but 23 is super low already. Gets a lot of health back as they're going to try to backstab this sniper. GPK is assassinated with the Laguna Blade. 23 Savage eventually does drop as Kiritich claims his double kill. Fight continuing. Kiritich just does so much damage with each punch. Jokum dead. Triple kill for Kiritich. And not stopping anytime soon. Pops the Guardian Angel to tank the couple tower shots. As the LSA gonna connect onto Makoto. The box is gonna save him for now though, as WS will be the 4th dead for Talon in this engagement at the cost of GPK on the sniper.
This fight went so well for BetBoom in spite of GPK getting burst, right?
BetBoom want to go again. Looks like Cuckoo is gonna be the recipient of the gank. Maybe they just go straight into the pit now.
Yep, would be a good play. This is actually perfect timing. You're going to kill this Roche, and then it's almost minute 20, and you just stay in the top half of the map and get the Tormentor as well.
Oh, Orchid.
Oh, he didn't. He wasn't ready for it.
Yeah.
You got the Rat Bastard.
Both supports dead. Rat Bastard included. Up 10 minutes before the game, so...
Oh,
okay, they swap places. Wow. Vengeful Spirit somewhere is smiling in the grave of unpicked heroes as WS pops the Blade Mail, but he keeps getting rooted as well. Gets off the Stampede, but the Assassinate from GPK
he was hoping to
downtown.
Nice patience there from Miero to not use the Roar. Just confident they're going to get him, and as valuable for him as for other carries.
Yeah.
But it's really nice for the sniper.
Jokum. Have to use the Shadow Dance. Trying to get the pounce off. He's getting surrounded. Uses the Death Shroud as well. Glimmer Cape, not enough. They finally get Ags, if you want.
Yeah, Ags Lina would be nice.
Well, that is a Slark no longer. Talon, we're looking to go for Roshan, and they're going to try to wrap around.
From the front.
Actually, they're going to go through the triangle the old-fashioned way. Jokum already with the Shadow Dance as 23 Savage getting in pretty deep, uses his shard onto one, and the Stampede has to be used in a defensive measure. Gonna pop the Crimson as well. Ravage finally comes out, the Roar expended as well, and it looks like Miero's gonna be the first to fall, but he gets False Promise applied to him immediately. As 23 Savage, super low on HP, will have to exit the premises. WS will barely survive, although GPK with the Assassinate looking to finish him off, and it's gonna cost him his own life. As Talon's starting to clean up now. They get 3 kills off the back of that. That looked really bad for Talon, but now they will likely get Roche as well. And we have a smoke, though, both sides. GPK takes the damage rune.
He's currently silver edged up.
He is.
Sees
the edge
Mikoto.
is quite silver. They're going to get the Primal Roar, but onto the high ground they go, and the Disruption to save him. Makoto's actually fine. Laguna Blade now applied to Kiritish. He's the one in trouble. Demonic Purge applied. He's going to use the Mystic Staff, whatever the hell that neutral item is called. Dies shortly after. As GPK, false promised at the moment, attempting to TP, but the Yules will cancel it.
Miero on Mikoto.
The Shadow Demon save again. Miero really wants to find this Lina, but no. Double kill for Cuckoo of all heroes, as GPK is next. 4 dead at the cost of nothing. Talon coming out on top massively.
And just keep going in. I mean, these fights are genuinely just feels like they're decided by the saves, right? It's you try to
they
go
just
on.
call GG. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. That is it. Wow.
Okay.
The game
They
was
tried
not.
to-
It was one fight. We were kind of right. We were kind of right there. The Talon coming out on top. That was a very interesting game. This patch is so weird, isn't it?
Yeah, they tried to go on the Lina.
And then you're gonna die once and you're gonna feel bad.
They'll go for Voice Spirit
Okay,
anyway.
but-
Wow. Interesting.
Like, what is X historically good against? Is something like PA, Jugger, Faceless Void maybe?
Got the Omi. He will fall. WS with the first blood. So good start here for Talon early on.
The good news for Axe is even if you lose all your damage to Razor, you can still CS with counter Helix.
Yep, true. Kataomi in a bit of trouble again. Double Edge brings him to the grave.
Just headed over. You do the other half.
The battle for the Lotus. Gonna ignore everything you say.
Thank you.
Hoof Stomp. Joka makes his way over as well. They're actually gonna get this kill. WS with 3 now. My goodness.
I think it's about the same.
What?
Is it longer?
No way. That was not even close.
Isn't Wolfie Cushion like 400?
Oh man, nice assassination from Save on the Cuckoo. The 22 Savage left alone for a little bit, but you see both members of BetBoom. Yeah, your thoughts on the Razor this game then? Just in general. We've seen him play it before.
Yeah.
Plasma Field clipping save. There's a static link onto Miero. He doesn't really care too much about that as long as he can spin to win. But the Cold Feet activates. Save gets the assassination again, though. Nice power shot.
But nothing too crazy. I think it's just a comfort thing that they had
Nightmare
success
under
with
the
it.
tier 1 with the Aether Remnant. Ends up being a very easy kill. Jokum.
It's a big
I mean,
find.
he TP'd with... Katomi with another Nightmare. Jokum taking a walk. GPK, he's got the damage rune. Aether Remnant doesn't hit. Gonna get double whipped, actually. This feels like it's just inevitable. And she calls as well.
They glyph it. Oh, that's mean.
Oh, yeah.
He's not going to finish the wave now.
And that can all be denied. Meanwhile, Coil, Mikoto styling on save, although the shackle does hit Jokum and
Bonk.
Cuckoo in the area. As Cuckoo gets credit for that. 7-minute wisdom, and Kataomi gonna get hoof stomp. Of course, has the Nightmare, but Jokum making his way over as well. But Kiritich certainly packs the punch right now. There's the Nightmare. And yeah,
moved
they're
him
going to be
out of
able
the
to
ring.
steal it.
Yep.
That's huge. We talk about this interaction all the time.
Finally happens.
Indeed. Kataomi, of course, will trade his life, but well worth it. And it's Cuckoo. He's getting gone on by Kiritich. He's actually going to get this kill. The reflection gives the vision. One more right click suffice. So 1 for 1, but the wisdom shrines. Yeah.
He's basically tied with Axe.
Yep, that's
Axe
true.
at level 6 first even. Nero will
Dota
start
and
putting away.
GPK will come out. Might be a trade of supports. And Stampede to try to help Kataomi, though, coming in. Save drops first. Gets the Nightmare onto the puck, but now Makoto can just turn on Kataomi. And GPK, looks like they're both just focusing on supports overall. The Bane will fall. Joke 'em. One more right click for GPK.
GPK is
He's
out of
mana,
resources.
though. Doesn't look like they want to pursue any further.
It's extremely rare. This is the Blade Mill hero in Dota.
Indeed.
This guy and LC.
23 Savage. Grip available. Gets off the plasma field, but he is super dead. That is a nice pickup for BetBoom. Save gets it
Yeah, I don't know if Safe should have done that.
with the kill shot.
They could have dunked him instead. Heading on over.
They scan out one area, heading to the triangle. Oh, it's a call onto 3 with an illusion to boot. Looking for the dunk. Won't find it, but they'll still get both kills. My goodness, that call. Tasty treat. Love this hero. Really cool.
WS gets called.
Initiation from Miero. Onto the Centaur. Kataomi does have Fiend's Grip. They have a lot of stuns where this comes from. They're going to use the Fiend's Grip, and Talon can't do much about it. They get the dunk finally, so Miero gets his first of the game. Kataomi. It feels like every time they get a core kill, a support for BetBoom dies. So Talon just not able to get the good trades yet in this game, down 5K.
When Axe is playing a late game build, he'll have 2 calls.
Oh.
If you call Razor twice, you're going to kill him. This grip, too.
Oh, use Waning Rift. There's the initiation and the insta-gib. The AA Blast comes in, but they just got no follow-up. I think they did get some vision with the power shot. So they're going to attempt to go high ground. This is a fight for the Tormentor. Kiritich. Well, Wheel of Wonder coming in. A blast as well. Is this Terrorblade dead already? It's going to tick out. That is, of course, going to be the Aegis as GPK assassinates 23 Savage. That is a big kill, but WS taking out Miero in the meantime. Hoof stop onto several heroes. The shackle onto the puck, though. Into the silence. Makoto drops. And now the Centaur attempting to TP out, but WS gets canceled. And only one member remaining, but another shackle to his name. Triple kill for GPK as BetBoom extend their lead. The play here. They have ways to initiate. Oh boy. I'm just gonna try to think of something for them. The Stampede. GPK. Is he able to kill off 23 Savage by himself? The box is gonna keep him alive for the time being. Trying to get to the high ground. The Astral Step is enough. GPK, but okay, they get the counter initiation. They actually kill him off, so 1 for 1. That's, yeah, of course. But I feel like they have to try to do something now.
Yeah. Oh, good reaction.
Nice
from
dodge.
Makoto.
Makoto.
Perfectly played in that situation. We'll get out.
Oh, but he's going to get called right after the fact.
Easiest curse of my life.
And he's dead. That is an unfortunate start to the fight for Talon. BKB activated, though, as GPK going to town on several heroes. Crimson Guard keeping them relatively healthy as 23 Savage, the BKB, will finally come to an end, and so will his life. So a 2 for 1 special, although WS actually takes out Miero. That's a pretty big kill. Gonna get Jocamp. And meanwhile, the shackle onto WS. He's very tanky, but will eventually be surrounded. GPK with a bit of an overshoot will cancel. It's only a matter of time now before the Centaur hits the grave. So 4 for 2.
It's like, where else would they be? But now 23 could be a clean jump on him if he finishes the camp. There it is.
As the call with the blade mail and choppity chop
No
for
buyback.
Miero. And that'll open it up for BetBoom. Roche was getting attacked. As Miero will find a support target. WS, though, with the hoof stomp to follow. Still should be a chop to calm Miero's BKB. Oh, you can see a nice shackle, though, onto the puck. Makoto dead again. Stun locked. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that he has to try to get away with, but does not work out as Cuckoo goes down to Kiritich. And 23 Savage doing quite a bit, but the Sunder available onto his teammate. And 23 Savage actually coming out on top here with the help of WS. Takes out Miero. There's the Nightmare into the Astral Step, and eventually 23 Savage goes back to Fountain. And of course, we've seen this story before. The horse meat's on the menu for BetBoom.
Save needs to not kill himself here. He's hesitating to shoot.
Okay, we'll drop him.
He'll power shoot, though, in the end.
So melee taken out. Makoto Gonna get some help. Oh, nice whip into the Wheel of Wonder onto 3 heroes. That is so much damage, but the Nightmare to save extra damage onto the TB. Well timed. Smoked up, ready to initiate, but the Gale Force gonna dissuade them. Kiritich, the pit, he gets the Aegis, he gets the goodies. Talon, are they gonna back away or force a fight?
It'll be forced upon them. Nice catch.
Jumps in, gets the silence onto several heroes. The Wheel of Wonder is applied to him, though he's in a lot of trouble. Gets forced back to the high ground. He's gonna go down. 80 seconds on the deck. So GPK has Miero jumping in, but the box gonna save the called target, which was 23 Savage. Now he's gonna get the static link and try to apply as much pressure as possible. They get the Stampede. They cannot make up their mind whether they want to fight or not. The buyback comes out from GPK as Cuckoo sundered by Kiritich. And now Jokum get focus fire by the support. Barely survives for now, but feels like it's only a matter of time before they kill him off. It's going to be a reflection, although save looks like gets the last hit there.
They can now think about top if they want with their remaining Aegis time. Strategically, it might be a better choice to back off for one wave and get meta again, but doesn't seem to be any problem for Kiritich here.
Yeah, well, Manta off the cold feast, pretty low, and this is life number 1 potentially. Gets to the other side, the coil expended. He gets Nightmare. Is he actually going to survive this? No, finally goes down. That's 1 life. We'll come back with the Aegis.
Though.
Yeah, 23 Savage, the big kill here. So now it's a 5 versus 4 in favor of BetBoom. They tick away at the range racks. That's going to be a freebie. And it looks like even Megas are going to be the freebie. Cuckoo initiated on by Mier, only able to catch 1, but yeah, they got the nullifier, so the box not going to do too much. Mega creeps for BetBoom in this game too, as GG's come out. Well, BetBoom all over Talon in this game, SyndereN.
Yeah. It's a different story to the last game. So last game, the fights were... I mean, there was basically 1 fight in the last game after 15 minutes of farming, and then the winning team in that fight won the game. This one...
Right, like the DP, if there's something that can't really run in to flip the Talon, if there's a hero like that, I was thinking Arc Warden. Maybe that's a long shot. Mikoto Arc Warden with Vessel, I think is not bad.
Ooh,
like him.
First
Okay.
like
Even more physical damage. I was never a big fan when like 2 of your cores have the same type of damage. This is not like mixed type of a damage. This is straight up physical damage.
That's the dire side in this lane. If Kunkka keeps running over and fighting a Slark that's just trading with him 1 versus 1, gaining a lot of stacks, you can get overwhelmed. That got scary just because they wanted the Lotus, but they didn't get the kill. So the dust settles here. Or does it?
Well,
Now
the howl. Yep, Torrent's going to slow down this push, but you get the pounce from afar. Jokum is going to set up first blood onto WS against the worst lane of the tournament, according to SyndereN.
I mean, I say that as it's 1-0, but honestly,
what a dream.
This was a lane you were not expected to do well into again. Miero will probably get 23 Savage here with a little bit of help. Maybe not. The Wolves.
Blood Grenade applied to 23. He's getting chased by the Eidolons. He's going to survive as Miero going to get shackled, but there's not going to be any follow-up. So Miero, he's going to die to these Wolves. It's going to be close. They do kill them off in time. Pops the salve as well. Mikoto, though, the bigger kill. The 1 lane we haven't discussed yet. He gets a kill onto GPK.
Yeah, the rotation in from Jokum. This guy on Slark is a beast. I mean, they've upgraded it now in their draft. They've recognized this is maybe our best pick. But yeah, I would definitely expect every armor item. I think even Vlad's is worth it. The question is who's going to buy that on BetBoom?
Oh, Mikoto was hiding. Kataomi dies to the soldiers. And Bane actually pretty decent against the Monkey King in certain situations with that Nightmare, because the old facet, you could leave the Wukongs. Didn't really matter.
Yeah, it's true. You can walk him out now.
GPK, oh my goodness, he stuck around knowing that Mikoto was in the area. He gets deleted. WS actually gets it with the Wolves, and now a tier 1 tower. So talking about the push from BetBoom, don't forget that Talon...
Not only can the Wolves scout out so you can get the Hex surprise, but they can actually contribute to the kill. Miero, speaking of...
Yep, he gets hexed. He gets serpent warded, and Mikoto, nice decrepify to save him for now. Of course, he's looking for the black hole, but the Boundless Strike finds him. Gets stun locked in the end. As the Wolves onto Kataomi. The Butler helping out.
If he goes more of a utility route, then potentially you run into the issue of, well, if Razor gets gripped, can we actually win the fight? Or if they manage to isolate the Monkey King early and kill him.
Well, enough space has been given from Talon's moves here that 23 Savage is now second in net worth overall. The Hex initiation on a Miero. He's getting healed up, though, and is going to be able to get the Black Hole onto the Monkey King. Do they have the follow-up damage? Do they get the Centaur Stomp? And yes, they do. Meanwhile, other side, Bane is lost.
That's massive from save, though. Getting that protection off on Miero this time, keeping him alive. We're approaching. So these are a lot of BKBs right now. Changes the game quite a bit. BKB Kunkka, BKB DP, BKB Lycan, BKB Razor.
Well, Makoto's
So 2 for
100
2.
gold away, so they definitely don't want to fight quite yet.
Yeah, he's about to get it from this double ancient stack. Just needs to work his way through it.
Oh, WS, X marks. They're going to black hole him. Do they have the damage? Yes, sir.
He's on a 5-kill streak. That's a big kill. Could be Roche, maybe. Not the fastest Roche team, but if you use Exo, you're pretty fast.
And they have the tentacle guy in there. What the hell his name is?
Roshan.
Oh, it dies instantly. Worthless creep.
Oh, Joka might fancy his chances here. He knows it's pretty low because of the wolf.
It's got to be perfect here. He jumps in, uses his he snatches the Aegis! Jokum! God! What a play. He's going to use it right away. TP's coming in, and like it's up in 10 seconds. A balance strike onto 2 with the Wukong's command to follow as 23 Savage showing off that newly picked up BKB. They're going to be able to get... The GPK's actually really healthy. He gets on the outskirts of the Wukong's command. Still no kills for Talon, despite the amazing initiation. And they're going to be able to cancel the TP onto GPK. So finally, 2 kills go the way of Talon, and they snatch the Aegis. Jokum. Godly play.
What a beast.
A lot of brain rot at this time, I have to say.
Yeah.
Those Cannibal Islands really lower your IQ.
Yeah, I'll say Jenkins hasn't been helping my well-being. Of course, the very famous scriptwriter of the show Cannibal Island, as well as the upcoming video game Relic Arena. He's behind that one as well.
Be sure to wishlist that.
Yep.
On Steam now.
Of course, yeah. Don't wishlist another season of Cannibal Island. Make sure the viewer numbers get some really bad.
Yeah, if you wishlist Relic Arena, there's going to be less Cannibal Islands. I can promise you that. It's actually a great incentive.
Yeah. I'm wishlisting it right now. God.
I saw an AC. That was for Kiritich, so they got one of their own. And where's the Shiva, SyndereN? Who buys that one? Oh, Yule's going to counteract this X play potentially? No.
Well, you definitely want Shiva eventually in DP in this game.
Yeah,
without
that's
a doubt.
Yeah.
Don't know if it's next on the docket here.
I didn't even realize he went Ags. It's been a hot minute since I've seen that one. Remember when it first came out years ago, it was like ridiculously good as, well, Cat to Omi. Well, he's going to get healed up by Save. Very nicely done. The Shackle and the Serpent Ward's placed on top of GPK. Looks like the Ross is going to pay the ultimate price, though. 23 Savage getting a nice static link. Pops the BKB of his own, but he's getting pretty low as GPK's Exorcism is going to ham. But the Death Shroud saving 23 Savage. Support trades for now as GPK falls. And now Talon can overrun the lineup of BetBoom. They get 3, they lose 1. The Depth Shroud is ridiculous.
I don't think Talon are getting slogged the rest of the tournament, actually. I think this is the last game a team is going to give it to them.
23 Savage with Refresher. Double BKB, double Satanic.
Yeah, he doesn't die outside of Black Hole. I don't think it's possible.
And they're going to smoke up now. The Wolves giving some vision.
Oh, this
There's
is so
no
good
vision for
info.
BetBoom, though. 23 Savage just going to walk right in. The Bane already at half HP. Ross is going to pay the price here as Makoto does get off ult on the Monkey King. Doesn't really find the connections, though, as GPK now static linked, and there's the refresher from 23 Savage. Double ult, but as the Ghost Scepter, oh my god, evaporates.
That's a boundless.
And now into the Roche Pit they go. They have the double ult going for 23 Savage. There's the Nullifier. Every little bit counts, and now the smoke from Talon. As they see BetBoom in their base, knowing that a smoke has failed.
They burnt the Crimson for the tower, so if any fight were to break out, they won't have the Crimson Guard. But they're going to hide in base. Complete chokehold. Well, Ketsuomi tried to go out.
Yeah,
Not
they
good.
jump right on him, delete him. GPK, can he get to the force field? He's stun locked and dead. 2 out of the fight for BetBoom. They have the buybacks, but they lose a 3rd member, and now Talon gonna force those buybacks. As 23 Savage and WS poking at the high ground. That's 1 buyback from Ketsuomi. Talon resetting, it seems. Surely they're not happy with that buyback.
Yeah, it's another 5,000 gold. Not bad.
Yeah, they don't have the Lycan ult, so gonna play it safe. Oh, they get the grip though on the high ground. Miero, Midnight Pulse as well. Boat is coming. That Monkey King is dead, and now the Black Hole onto the pesky Slark dead as well. Cuckoo getting caught off guard. Gets the 4-step to the other side. They get the X. So 3 pickoffs for BetBoom. A little bit sloppy for Talon.
Yeah, a rare slip up there for this game for Talon. They separated a bit too much, so Slark couldn't get in there and save the Monkey King fast enough. He tried to blink over for the Depth Shroud, didn't get in range. Then he got Black Hold. Then Cuckoo tries to help him, then he gets caught. Thinking about what Joachim will buy next. I think there's some interesting potential angles here. One would be Abyssal Blade. Blink, stop Black Hole. You can get Refresher. You have 2 Depth Shrouds against Black Holes. You have 2 Wind Wakers. I think Refresher is overall the safer choice, and I don't know if there's anything better for him to buy. But
Roche's banner has arrived.
they're getting started. The Talon special, put the banner and don't push. Just let the wave do its job.
Yep. Well, another wave coming in. There's the Serpent Wards as well. Crimson Guard activated. Cuckoo goes in with a BKB, trying to find a connection. Can't find anything outright, but Makoto gets the ult up, but there's the Black Hole onto 2 heroes. They get the Yules off in time onto the Razor. Makoto, he gets Depth Shrouded, but he actually dies to the cleave. GPK gets credit for that one in the end. And now, Talon have to be careful. They've lost their Razor. He buys back. Nightmare now onto the Lycan. Is this a reset, or is this a continue?
They have to continue. They forced 2 Black Holes. I'm not sure they recognized that Miero's second one got instantly canceled. I think he got bashed by Monkey King as he cast it, which would be ridiculously unlucky. But that is what it looked like.
Out of range of the melee barracks, which is really unfortunate for Talon.
Oh, now you have me
pinging
questioning. No, you can't overkill. No, you can't.
No, yeah, I don't think it, because you're always on 1 HP.
Right.
So.
Doesn't work like a bad one.
All right, Talon with all the goodies that Roche has in his bowels. See what they can work with.
You can see Kiritich was scouting out the tree line here, anticipating Makoto would be there. He was right.
Yep, he
But
is.
taunted too
Miero is
early.
going to get right on top of him. Miero's just going to Black Hole, though. They're going to run into the Black Hole. He tries the Depth Shroud, but it's not going to happen. Life number 1 down. Another Black Hole to come for Miero, as the Monkey King will spawn after the fact, though, and now he can get off the Wukong's command. Refreshes as well. They're going to take the melee barracks. No, they will not. As Pugna forcing the Monkey King back. Fortification popped. Serpent Wards. Not going to be enough to claim the barracks.
I knew it. I knew it. Ironically, Joachim trying to save there was worse than doing nothing. And I was like,
oh my god, we're going to see this one again, huh? Divine Regalia on to 23 Savage. So 20% extra damage. If you die, you lose the item. Becomes broken. Oh, they're going to get the hack. Okay, this will be a huge kill. Wukong's command from Makoto, but Black Hole available, and Kiritich is here. They get the Wind Waker to try to mitigate a little bit of damage. They're going to get the grip on top of the Monkey King, though. Down goes Makoto, and now the Black Hole, 23 Savage. What is he doing there?
okay, Depth Shroud.
Yep, Depth Shroud saving him for now. The Wind Waker as well as 23 Savage pops the BKB, doing so much damage. My goodness. He gets bit, I believe, is Kiritich. Not able to finish the job, and look at how low Talon are. They get 2 kills at the cost of the Monkey King. 23 Savage ready to go back in, though. The blink available.
Yeah, Exo's down.
So Helm of the Undying on the Monkey King. This could be very powerful.
He keeps playing as the Roach. It's like no benefit. He's just having fun. Oh, whatever it takes to keep morale high and the energy up there.
Yeah, it's not like you can take a shower in the middle of the game.
True.
So. Kukuk jumps in. Oh, he gets gripped right off the bat, though, but the counter Yules. Wukong's command now from Makoto. Black hole is not going to hit anything, it looks like. That's a soldier. He's going to try again. The double, he gets the pistol at the last second, but the black hole finally goes off onto 2 very important targets. The Lycan extremely low. Depth Shroud actually saves him. Now 23 Savage going ham on everyone. 2 make it 3 dead. They get the megas. And now in retreat, the Divine Rapiers drop to the deck. They're picking them up. Kiritich, I believe, picks up 1. I believe Joka might have gotten the other.
Ah, yes, the classic X mark to save Rapier. See it every game.
So wow. Kiritich, okay, let's keep track of this. He has 1 Rapier.
I think 23 just did 8,000 damage in 2 seconds.
Yeah, that was absurd.
He genuinely just destroyed them both instantly.
So, Slark picks up 1.
Lively now. Your admiral is on board.
Yeah. .23 Savage setting what I believe could be maybe the 2nd highest CS of the tournament.
What does he have?
1,212. He obviously had the 90-something minute game, probably had more, I would imagine.
Talon, look like they want to maybe make something happen here. Obviously, Miero is the top priority. In terms of buybacks, he does not have it.
Smoke,
so.
Wolf Bite. All right, it's go time.
Yes, it is.
They have double Serpent wards with the refresher.
Oh, yeah.
You can black hole all the heroes, but somebody has to destroy the wards.
Makoto showing himself. There is the Wukong's command. Serpent wards, both placed by the tower. Is going to force out the double fortification. And the grip onto the Eon Disc for the Razor. The black hole number 1 onto 2. Trying to get away. The second one onto the same 2 heroes. Are they actually going to get these kills? They get 1 in the Razor. And there's the Helmet of the Undying, but another Wukong command can come. They're actually just going to go for the Ancient. Talon making use of the Helm of the Undying to help win them game number 3. That was sick-ass game, man.
Jeez.
Sick-ass game.
Yeah, this is the most I've seen them pop off after a win. They made them work for it. 23 Savage,
Very
smiling,
casual.
already thinking about his next shower, of course. This time he can go to the shower a winner rather than doing it after a loss of game 1. He's seems to be in high spirits here. A nicely played game. And once again, this has been a 71-minute slog fest. But if you go back, if you think back to how this game all started out, I feel like a really big chunk of this win happened in the first 10 minutes. And I think that was the most I've been impressed with Talon